Last load to grass here. Got 8 on. One red one and one brown one. 10 calves. 16 big ones. That's a pretty big cedar tree. Well, volume wise, it isn't that big of a trunk. Probably a foot across down there at the bottom. And I cut it pretty high. I cut it 5 foot off the ground. Just because I'd rather be able to see the stump than come along and hit one that's a foot tall. So, darn cedars. Rolling out here. Cedar, western red cedar or eastern whatever red cedar. These things are a weed. They get started in the sand pastures and they really, see how bad I got them all over. A bunch of little ones here. Out in the middle here, I've been mowing this on the fall and, you know, keeping ahead of them pretty well. So I've been going after the ones with the berries. I figured that's where the seed's coming from. There. I got quite a few trees pushed in that hole. I don't know where they're going, but I just keep pushing and they keep, I suppose, laying over the ones that are still standing. Well, today we are going to address the issue I'm having with the lights not working. And of course you see the tilt or the steering wheel laying down. There's nothing that holds it now. You can kind of feel it grab a little bit, but feels like something has come loose inside. So I don't know. We're gonna take the cowl apart here and see what they did. Jeez Louise. All right, bring it back. Well, we got them working. It was a pretty simple fix. Just a loose wire. There's on low beams, which is the 3, and then the high work. Yep, sure does. So, just a loose wire up in there on the switch. Can't see in there, but yeah. One of those wires. And the tilt was just the handle was loose. The bolt that holds the handle right there was loose. So, yeah. At least that was simple. We are spraying the patch. I've got a lot of vervain coming, a lot of this. See is white gray looking stuff. I think that's a sage or wormwood. I'm not sure which one, prairie sage or white wormwood. I think they might be just two different common names for the same thing. Not sure. Anyway, I'm hoping to get that. There's a lot of ragweed in here. The drought was kind of tough on this side. This is really sandy on this side. This ain't really too bad of a pasture spraying rig. It ain't no self-propelled, but it does the job pretty good. As long as you don't have a lot of obstructions, it ain't too bad. Self-propelleds are quicker, but yeah, this is all right. It's getting the job done. Oh man, I got all these little ruts here. Ooh, that one hit the dirt. These booms are pretty solid. You run them in the dirt, it doesn't really hurt them. They're pretty heavy. It makes a nice picture with the blue sky and them white clouds. But we're out here spraying the pasture. Here's what we're after. Bunch of ragweed. This is vervain. I think that's ironweed, iron plant. I ain't worried about that. And this crap, wormwood, sage is what I'm calling it. I don't know, prairie sage. I don't know. There is a few thistles out here too. There's a patch of musk thistles over here I already went through. But yeah, that's what we're doing. This stuff does nothing but take moisture, so we're eliminating it. If it does happen to turn dry, which can happen, at least they'll won't have to compete with that stuff. So all right, let's continue on. That whole hillside up there is white. See that? Cows don't eat it. So, all right, you get the idea. We're going on B2 about 5 miles an hour, just because I wanted to run a little bit more water and then I could go a little slower. Thing of it is, if I go too much slower than 5 miles an hour, I don't get my nozzles to open up all of them. So 5 is about the limit. Otherwise you get 1 or 2 that doesn't open up. So I wanted to run about 18 gallons an acre. 19 would have been better, so I wouldn't have to go so fast. I could slow down in a pasture, probably a good idea. But the tank was full enough, so I ended up having to run 15. Otherwise, I'd have to make another trip down with another load, and I didn't want to do that. So we got it all to fit on one load. I'm running the 15 gallons, and we're just going to have to make it work. So we'll weave around between these trees. I've been cleaning up these cedars. I've been working on these big ones for a few years. Usually I come down and I start sawing away. The thing of it is, it's never just one tree right there. There's like 4 trees that grow and look like one. So you get in there, you got about 4 trunks to saw through. And yeah. Well, we got it all done. Come up with about 74 acres, which a little more than I thought. I thought when I drew it out it was about 65, but I got a little more than what I drew. I didn't do anything on this side. I did rinse out in this area here, but I usually always bring extra because it's a lot better to have extra than it is to run out. If it was 65 acres, I had another place to go with this stuff. So, but it turned out I was able to get rid of it all here. So, all right, done. I'm gonna take the rest of Sunday off. It's about 4:30, so maybe we should go find someplace to go fishing or something. Later.